Okay, last video, I swear. So I took the advice of one poster and did a loose couple. You were right, I was swamping out the RF on the antenna input. But the comment was made in a post or a particular post where I was injecting right into the tuning capacitor, but I'm injecting through the RF antenna now. So I picked an AM frequency, 1.2 megahertz, 1200 kilohertz on the dial up there, band number 1. I set the output to 50 millivolts. Anything less than 50 millivolts, it doesn't seem like it gets full capturing, so to speak. I am loosely coupled, just kind of one turn from the generator over to this black clip lead, which goes to the antenna terminal. And so I have the audio set modulated 91%, 1.2 kilohertz audio tone. So we're going to set the volume. So, and the most important thing, the scope. I couldn't get a real good reading anywhere else because of the way that there's a feedback line from the output of the audio output to this, from the speaker side back over to the grid of the 6K6. It's causing some hum, so I decided to put the scope direct. The scope is on an isolation transformer. Back down in there. I always have an isolation transformer. Comes from my days back at the radio and TV work and then the old AC/DC radios. It wouldn't blow crap up. Still managed to blow something up here. I kind of had a clip lead on the ground there. Should never do that, and it slipped and hit the AC line and evaporated the ground clip here on this piece of BNC. But back on topic here. So, so the scope is directly across the primary of the audio output transformer. This blue and red wire here. It's right across the primary. So it doesn't matter which side is ground or which side is the probe. It's on an isolation transformer. My new Siglant scope. Okay, so we're turning the audio up. I'm going to go for about 10 volts RMS on across this 4-ohm speaker, and we'll find that on this readout here on the scope here. So there's 10 volts. So you notice there's something riding on top of the signal. It's like an AC hum right in here. Turn that down a little bit. Yeah, you'll see something that looks like an AC hum riding across there. I don't know why that is. I did try to inject some more filtration capacitors in the power supply. That didn't seem to really help. So I'm not sure what that is. Maybe that's just the nature of the 6K6, or it's got some other hash on that plate circuitry. I don't know the characteristics of that tube very well. But anyway, I'm going to turn this back up and we're going to zoom in and look at that sine wave. So let's see. Okay, so there's about 10 volts, and you'll see this hash up in here. We'll go and expand that out. And that's about the best I'm going to get for the sine wave. I could try turning the RF input down some. I could turn the sensitivity down. It doesn't seem to affect it much. Turn it all the way down, turn the volume up. Well, helps that little thing out a little bit. But I'm starting to hear some other hash in the background. It's like I don't have clean RF. Put that up about halfway. Volume down. So that's about it. I mean, I could turn this down some. So it's about 20 millivolts, loosely coupled here to my antenna. And we'll see what that looks like. I'm going to have to turn the sensitivity up. Not too bad. change the audio frequency. I don't know if that's going to make much of a difference. Easier on the ears anyhow. 700 kilohertz. Hertz, 587 hertz. Anyway, there you have it. Two kilohertz. Okay, we can change the high, medium, and low. Oops, there's high. A little bit of that hash again. I don't know what that is on top of that signal. Turn that tone base up. I guess we're just going to live with that. Call that good. Button her back up. I got other radios to work on. So, again, thanks for everybody's help. I'm just going to disconnect everything. I could probably use a new speaker. The speaker doesn't sound all that well. Maybe that's just what I'm hearing. I do have an old Kenwood 8-ohm speaker from my Kenwood 430 ham radio. Sounded pretty good. I think I'll hunt around on eBay or whatever, find a 4-ohm resistor, or 4-ohm speaker for this thing here, and replace that and wrap her up and call it good. I'm not all partial to this radio. I have other radios I would rather restore, so I think that'll be the end of this project, unless anyone else on the forum has got any more suggestions. And again, thanks for everyone's help. We will see you.